Close the door. Thank you. Set your seats. Are you sure? Find your seats. The students who sit in front of me, that means that you didn't pay attention, right? So you didn't pay attention on the announcements, right? So you don't get your seat. Probably that. Okay. Good morning, everyone. This is the very beginning of this semester, right? You know that this is English-oriented teaching. My teaching methodology or strategy is two-way communication, not just one way, right? Not just I teach you listen. That is a traditional way. I want you to participate in our discussion. And before you come here, you should know that you got to be ready for the preparation based on the schedule, right? The syllabus. So I hope that everyone knows the regulation, right? That you should understand that today what you're going to learn, what topic that we're going to discuss, right? So, and prepare for that. Since today is the first day of this course, and we have a very long journey to go, right? 18 weeks. So, hope this is a very good beginning. And first, I want you to show your, I hope that you have your nameplates ready, right? Nameplates. So you should have your name. You guys know, you should have your name, English name. Then I will pronounce your name. Is anything wrong? Let me know, right? I want you to pronounce your name. So let's see, it's going to flow. Yeah. What's your name? Carol? So Carol, right? Okay, Carol. Kevin, right? And tell me if I pronounce this wrong, right? Okay, Samantha, right? Okay. Alton, Vincent. This is Ray. Ophelia, right? Ophelia, Addison, Helen, Jack, Mina, Jeffrey, Flora, Eva, Alex, Avery, Bridger, Audrey, Charles, Ethan. Cindy, Ethan, Jason, Penny, Jill, Nicole, Benny, Jamie, Michiko. Asha. Change. Please change the thick one. It's a very thin. I cannot see that, right? So you got to change that. You understand what I mean? That is very light. Cannot see that. So make it thicker. It's clear. As you got it? Understands? Meg, Iris, Carrie, Elias, Hank, Lee, Webby, Alice, Jerry, Colin, Karen, It's difficult to pronounce Karen. This is not learn. Okay. Annie, Leo, all right. Finn, Ian, Tino, right? Change that. I cannot see that. Wes. You understand what I mean? It's very light. It means that I don't want you to see. No. All right. Haley, Joy, Nora, Janet. You forget? You know what? If you forget, I regard you are absent. So you got to prepare within the day, the course, right? To prepare for us. What's your name? Pumpkin? Okay, Pumpkin. Make your plate, right? Name plate. Ian. Jax? Jackie? Nobody. Charlie? Ben? Name. Prepare your name. It is just not your first time. Remember that. So you're Akira, right? Prepare for that today. Otherwise, you're absent. Joyce. Katie. What's your name? Leo. Okay, Leo, sorry. Mort. This is not clear. Tony. Narissa. Kibi. Jack. No name. Gotta prepare your name. You gotta prepare your name. Right. Brian. Daniel. I cannot see that. All right. It's very light. Darren. Ian. It's too light. Vic. Willie. You didn't feel anything. All right. The attitude is not correct. All right. No name. What's your name? Prepare for that. Jimmy. Tom. Rain. Josh. Harry. Shan. Aaron. Alan. Hank. I cannot see that. I'm wondering, when I stand in front of you, I cannot see. It's hidden. Sammy, Tom. Okay, that's good. Amber, good. How do I pronounce your name? Roy? Ray, right, Roy. Correct. Tom, Amy, Buzz, Howard. Change that. Joshua, Lola, Michelle. Okay. Before we go, it means that today's schedule I will introduce the course requirement, right? So most of you are the first time to take this course. I'm pleased to have you here, and no matter it's the first time, second time, or more, right? Um, you gotta be sure that you have the confidence that it should be very good beginning, right? This is a very big class. I just pronounce your name. Probably this is the first and the last time to pronounce your name. If you, if you, no, intend to just sit silent, I probably, I would not name you, right? So that will be very bad. Okay, as I said that it is two-way communication, all right, not just one way. So this course is English oriented and two-way communication. It means that you got to ask something, say something, not just sit, right? You just sit here and without participate in our discussion. Well, you got less help, right? So, yeah, so I want you to remember that. And I want you to come to the class on time, all right? Probably a little bit late, doesn't matter, right? Sometimes, right? But always know, I cannot tolerate about this. And you know that I focus on teaching. That is my responsibility, to teach you well. And your responsibility is to study hard, right? The course, it's not easy. It's quite difficult, all right? It's very challenging, but it is worthwhile to study. So you got reward if you study hard, believe me. So I have a very strict regulation, and I want you to follow that. If you follow that, it is not so hard to pass. Okay, and yeah, probably you have personal leave, sick leave. You know what? No matter what kinds of leave you place, but I regard it. No, that's probably you wanted to avoid the course, all right? So I will put you on a watch list. Okay，我现在讲中文。好，这是英语授课啊，所以我大部分都是用英语来上课，因为这些内容对我来说呢，我是用英文思考的，所以讲中文比较慢，会有一些翻译上面我不知道这个翻译到底是不是大家都认得的，所以我就是英语上课啊。那我们 say， 那今天我们刚开始嘛，那我有一些规定，这些规定像我刚刚说的，一种是期盼，一些是规定。那我们知道这个课是困难的，也充满挑战啊。那因此呢，我希望你们就是好好的准备这个课，你会有 reward 的，就是 you get what you pay，你要怎么获得就怎么栽种。那上课以前先准备，然后再到课堂来，很多的讯息我们会 announce，所以你必须要收信。然后到我们的全 class 看，我希望你准时来，到这个课来偶尔或者是稍微迟一点，这可以谅解，但是这种事情不会常发生的。那有事儿生病可以请假，你就跟学校请假，学校会问我的意见，通常是这样。但是我告诉你，无论你是不是真的生病，或者是有事儿很抱歉，我都会认为你是有意图要逃避上课，所以我说有可能，倒不是一定的我会认为你可能有这个意图要逃避上课，很抱歉，我是这样想的那所以虽然你请了假，我会把你 put 到这个 watch list 这种有意想要逃避上课的观察名单，我会这么做。如果你请假了3次，你应该是不会过的所以你说我已经请假了，我就告诉你是这样子，所以你自己要考虑一下就是你没有来，当然就是没有来就很严重了没有请假没有来，这个很严重了你请假没有来，我会把你 put 到这个 watch list 观察名单，那我会观察你你如果你的 performance 非常好，那就 OK， 我就认为，如果事实上我还没遇到这种学生也就是说你会认为说你是强到某种地步那我甚至假如你可以这样子的话我给你一些 testing 的话，我甚至可以说你可以不用来，我到现在没遇到但是你可以试看看，就是你觉得你有办法 OK 我可能今天是第一堂课，我会讲多一点中文，我会上一段时间可能会解释中文，也许不会渐渐的我也要考虑到你们的学习的成果。Okay, so that's it, and I'm going to help you out along with the TAs. We have 3 TA, right? So there are 3 TAs sitting there. Any question, ask them, right? So later I will ask them to introduce themselves, right? And you gotta know some. Okay, and what else? Any question for now? The other thing is, as I said that I want you to put the lines or you print it, your name, right? Every time you got to print your nameplate, right? If you forget, I regret, you're absent. 记得把你们的名牌用清楚的那个font表示，你没有带来，我当你是没来，很抱歉就是你就没有来了，就这样子。那今天以前你一定要把你没带来，你赶快准备好否则我就认为你没有来。每个老师上课有他的规定那我希望说你要记得这个事儿你如果弄得不清不楚，你的意思就是我不想让人家看到我的名字，所以 ，right。So any question, interrupt me, alright? So you can ask questions and please raise your hand if a question, right? And now I'm going to introduce our course. Alright, course introduction here. So this course, system analysis and design, alright. capture dynamic aspects of the field by keeping students focused on doing SAD, representing the core sets of skill that every system analyst needs to know today and in the future. Oh, here it says that you can see the keyword dynamic feature. So dynamic is changing, all right? So every day, a lot of things change, right? So dynamic aspects of this field, so it's changing. So I want you not only understand the theory, but you need to do it. So practice that. So you will have teamwork, team assignments, right? That help you understand the contents and do something, right? So this, the course design, right? This design, I said that I want you to not only knows the theory, but do, and you can share with others. So we need to have team. You need to work in a team. You need to know how to cooperate with your team members, right? You are not alone. So you got to learn how to work with others. I don't appreciate you said that I'm strong enough to be a one-man project. No, right? I don't encourage that. So you need to know how to cooperate with others and participate in course discussion, share your understanding with your team members and other, help others if you know that. Right. So system analysis. If you want to analyze something, you need to know what, right? What are you going to analyze that? Okay, so we are going to learn that. Of course, you need to know why, right? Right, and what are you going to do, right? And how you can accomplish that. Right, and I said that's the instruction method, the teaching method, right? Focus on Q&A activity. Of course, I will teach, but I hope that you can understand, right? So it is not just one way. I want your feedback, right? Your feedback. So if your contribution is stronger or big enough, then you got higher grades, right? And you can help others, to learn. So that is multi-way, multi-way help. And you need to, students, you are requested to preview. You need to preview the assigned, specified. So I assigned that. Usually I follow the schedule, but not always. Sometimes more or less. All right. Go ahead or fall behind the schedule probably, right? But I would make it up, or I will drop some part if that would be very difficult for you. So I want your response. Okay, so you need to preview before, right? Before coming year, and you prepare for the course. Full participations in oral activities is strongly expected, right? So full participations in the course or your team, right? So your team will have discussion, right? So full participation. Punctuality, that means you got to come on time, right? It's particularly expected. I hope that's right. So, well, you are expecting, one midterm examination and one final examination. And here you can see that, so two examination is personal, personal performance, two teamwork, and final, and I add team assignments that help you pass the course, right? So here you're going to see that participations occupied 20% of the total score, team assignments 15, persons, teamwork. So here, team assignment, this is quite important, right? Before, uh, I didn't put this, but I find it with this team assignment help lots of students pass, right? So it's 15% teamwork, midterm final. So that is the grading policy. Okay. That's all. And here is the schedule, right? Like today, I'm going to describe the course requirements and announce any things that I want you to follow. And we will discuss chapter 1 of Dennis. So we have two textbooks, right? The textbook. Dennis, when I say Dennis, then Dennis and Cons. So here we have Con, and we have Dennis, etc. So here, next week is Con. If I said that, you know that. And also, you should download the PowerPoints and any, instruction materials that you can review it. They help you understand. Okay. Right. For example, here I have this remarks. That's teamwork 1 announcement. Right. Next week, well, I will announce teamwork 1 announcement. But this year, I'm thinking that I want you to give me, your idea about what project that you are going to do as you expect to do that. So I also wanted to weigh, even though I prepared, but I thought that it could be a good way to lessons and students' opinion. So the first group assignment is that you need to propose a topic with a reason, right? So that become your teamwork 1. The deadline will be Sunday, right? So you need to discuss within your team, right? What topic that interests you, and with the reason. Because you need to write this in English, right? If I evaluate that, well, that's pretty good, and I will use it and to replace mine, right? So that is the teamwork. So that will become your first teamwork assignment, right? So it's all about this, all right? And we have 2 examination because two courses, right? Two classes, the 4-year and 2-year. So it should be the same. And so we will put it on the same day, and usually that's night, and we announce that. And if you wanted to make appointment with me, then you need to tell me in advance, all right? Okay, so yeah, by appointments, the office hour. Is there any question? 我讲一下中文。好，是第1堂课，让你们知道说这个刚刚讲的就是我们上课的规定啊。那我尽我的能力，希望能够好好教你们。那这个教呢，不是单方向的啊，这样子并不是一个好的方式，所以我希望你们先准备。那在这个地方的这个课呢，就是当然就是有关系统分析与设计了。在接下来的2个小时呢，我们就会来看第1个 chapter 啊，这是 Dennis 的。这不仅仅是这个课不只是让你了解理论啊，了解理论是一回事儿，那是蛮重要的嘛啊。但是你就是要会做吧啊，就 do 那这个做呢，就是我们会有作业。那今年就多安排了这个 team assignment 那你反正你要学习怎么样跟人家沟通相处，在 team 里头，今天会有第一个作业那这个这就是一个，还有就是我们会有 teamwork，而今天的作业呢，我觉得是相当有有意思的。因为我的这个 teamwork 这个已经准备好了，但是呢，我希望听听你们的声音，你们或许想要做的所以每一个 team 你们要准备想做的题目那也许最后我全否决也可能就是我从里头觉得这 idea 不错，所以不仅要有你的 topic， 还有理由就支持为什么您会想做这个。如果你们的理由还蛮充分的，我可能会改变，就采用选择到的I will choose right. So one of your project，所以我选择就让你们做这样的题目，毕竟这是学生的声音，我觉得不太离谱那这 OK 所以今天就会有第一个作业。我们的这个 grading 的 policy 呢，你会看到 team assignment 这个部分非常的重要，因为这是帮助你们可以通过这个课的我在上个学期的做了这个尝试，所以有一些同学如果没有这个部分的话，肯定被挡掉因为这个部分过的很多同学我如果把这个部分都放在考试了比方说这考试通常蛮难的，所以这个考试呢我放的比例高，把这个拿到考试或者是 teamwork 可能没有这个部分呢，很多人会被挡，所以我加了这个部分呢，我希望你们好好把握这个 team assignment。那个人的成绩就是 participation midterms 跟 final 这个我刚刚就是有念过你们的名字就希望不是这一次被念到而已。你如果 keep quiet 的话，可能就这一次希望你们能够让我认得你。那你们的参与呢是非常重要的那可以让我认得你呢，这意思你也我会觉得你是有心想要学习的如果刻意藏起来，我根本不认得你，大部分你会被挡掉的。或者是我觉得你就做那，even 我知道你的名字，但是我知道你根本就不参与，那这是你自己找的OK. Alright. Is there anything I forgot? Yeah, sure. Richard?
And I want to ask about, could you tell us more about the team assignments and teamwork? I want to know the details about the two differences.
Okay, thank you, Richard. That's so give me feedback. All right, teamwork is quite flexible for the first one. All right, I said that's teamwork. What a topic you wanted to do for your team, all right? So probably, for example, they said a smart home is a good topic, for example, right? Smart home. And give me the reason, all right? Or you think that smart home is quite broad, some piece of it, right? Or you think that anything, well, you probably wanted to, design a pet care like that, pet, right? You have pet, cats, dog, like that. You have pet. Now you wanted to take care of your pet with an app, right? So anything, it is quite open, right? It's quite open. So raise the reason, right? Why, and what is important. So whatever you wanted to. So think about that. You have a topic. Think about. You give it a topic and a reason, and you think if the reason is persuasive, right? convincing other, other one thinks that, okay, I encourage you to do this. Probably, you know, you can get a fund that's 所以 teamwork， 你有一个方向，就是非常这是 open 的，因为这是第一个作为让你学习跟你的 team member 沟通，有一个方向。我说也许你就想要说一个做某个议题要养宠物 whatever 的这个 app， 那它是可行的，你知道吧？就是你可以把它做出来的，而且你认为它是非常有用的，理由是什么？你写的理，你觉得说，哎，人家看到你这样子，都会想说，啊，这是很棒的一个topic， 类似这样子。所以我已经有我的题目，但是我想我要 open 给你们，我看你们的理由够充分，可能就采取你们的，因为我上课什么东西都准备好了，我现在 open，right？ 所以如果你们的议题你们自己去想，即使我没有采用 anyone，right？ 你已经想过了，也想过说，哎，要怎么样成为一个议题，这是一个好的凝聚共识的一个开始Okay, so it's open and you can operate. Remember, it's one of your team assignments, not team assignments. I'll put it on the teamwork, all right? But of course, that is the about the teamwork description, and I would have the questions that it will refer to your teamwork. 你们有的简介这些呢，那我觉得 accept。当然我会出很多题目了就是这些题目呢，就是在我们的midterm 教的之前这些跟课程有关的，那这个也会 refer 到你的 teamwork。Is there any other question? Okay, as I said that we have 3 TAs. So I want them to introduce themselves. They can help you. All right, so briefly introduce yourself.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'm Tim. I'm the one of the TA, and this is Eric, and this is Jack. So if you have any question about this course, and you can ask me. And I want to mention about we have time that we can we have an office hour, then we will update the time that you can come to listen to our class. Maybe an hour for 1 week. If you have some question about the course, or you cannot quite understand English on this class, and you can come to that class. We will teach in Chinese and pick up some important point to let you know in that office hour. Okay, so that's it. If any question about the course or about the TA?
So we have Tim, Eric, and Jack, right? So remember their name, and they're willing to offer the help, right? As they said that they're going to offer, tutor time or, so please pay attention on the announcements, right? So they will announce that before the events. Okay, you also can go to our trunk class, right? To see anything that your participation grades. Like that. All right. Something? If no question for now, then well, we will proceed to chapter 1. All right, chapter 1. Introduction to Systems Analysis and Design. All right, so that's chapter 1. Well, it is an introduction, so it is very broad, all right? So in this chapter, it's a lot of contents, particularly tell us what, right? What SAD is, okay? And system analyst person, right? The role, system analyst. What about system analysts should know or possess, have a skill, right? And okay, dance methodology is quite difficult, so pay attention on it, right? So every chapter begin with the objectives, right? You come here with objective, right? So you go, right? So you go to learn to pass the course, of course, not just pass. I hope to have a high grade, right? So you challenge yourself. If you wanted to get high grades, participate in a discussion. Of course, you need to preview, all right, and punctuation, right? It's on time. Come here on time. And have contribution to your group and the class, and take the examination, right? So the examination usually is not easy, but if you perform well in other aspects, you'll pass. Okay, we start from life cycle, right? So in brief, you can see that SDLC, Systems Development Life Cycle, right? Cycle, garbage, life cycle, something that you wanted to reuse that, so recycle that. So it's a life cycle from the birth till death. Sometimes, the system, well, they will rebirth. So they go round and round and round. So it is the life cycle. Simply put, we can divide it into 4 or more parts. All right. The textbook, right, said we have 4 phases, but it is not fixed. You probably will see other textbook, right, or other theory. That's probably you can see 5, 6, 7, whatever, right? Here, 4 phases. So from initiation, right, start till the end. Or, well, let's go to the start again, all right? But anyway, 4 phases. You have the idea, right? So you have the need. You have the needs, and that trigger you to think that, well, we need to build, or we need to have a tool. I said a tool, but a system to help you, all right? So then you have this trigger you to plan it. So we have planning, and then you got to analyze that. If it is feasible, then we analyze what can we do, what can we do, right? So what function in the system that can help, all right, to fulfill our goal. So what can we do? And then we'll go to how can we do it, right? Can we make it? If we can't, then how can we do it, right? The way. So it would be very difficult, right? Okay, after you have done this, then implement it. So that's not that difficult, right? So 4 phases, how it came about, so I just briefly describe it. So you got to have an idea, right? Or got some reason to drive you to have or buy or build the system. Then started by that, and then come or what would be included in the system and how, you know, how to how to design it, implement it. So it is not a one person job. All right. So team roles. So have a lot of roles in a team, right? And needs a lot of skills, different kinds of skill. All right. Then we focus on object-oriented concepts. So you need to know what object is, what object will communicate with other object and become system, all right? And then, of course, the life cycle before we go to the planning, right? And usually, you think based on you were thinking that, well, that is a very, very simple one, right? If this is a very simple, right, simple one, then you use different methodology. So if your project is very complex, use different methodology. So we have methodology, different kinds of methodology, all right? So we'll talk about that. So you should listen carefully about the methodology because that is the core parts of this chapter. And finally, we will describe unified process. And next week, right? Next week, concept chapter 2 also have other methodology. And they are complement. You know. So that's about the objective. So after learning this chapter, you ask yourself, do I know the 4 phases? Do I know, how it came about? And do I know the methodology? Can I distinguish them? Right. And if I wanted to conduct a project, what kinds of skill that I need to have, right, as a system analyst or a programmer or other project manager that's in the team. And since it's going to object-oriented, design, so do I understand object? Right. And of course, the, different kinds of, the final one is the unified process for this chapter. But cons also introduce other methodology, right? That will be next week. Okay, that's it for the first hour. If you have question, and you can, raise your hands or come to me. Okay, let's take a break.